Why, hello, you lovely little peppercorns. My name's Noa Lee, and welcome to another retro game hopping afternoon. It's been far too long since I've streamed. Apologies for that. I have been quite busy, but should be good to stream weekly from now on, I hope. I don't have anything coming up, at least not until, like, my birthday, which is end of August, so should be good for a couple months. Hey, what's up, Romello? We're watching and waiting on the edge of seats, anticipating. Nice spoken word rhyme scheme there, my dude. How are you this week? Good to see you again. 3 to 4 weeks? Yeah, I think it's been 3 weeks. I was only gonna be gone like 1 week and then stream 1 week and then... Or wait, it was gone 1 week, stream another week, and then gone another week. But then my cat ended up being sick the middle week. He's fine now. Thank you for the wonderful well wishes I got from a couple people on that. But he is very fine now. He's actually, I don't know where he went. He was sleeping on my bed just a moment ago. I don't know. Maybe if he comes near me, I'll grab him. But yeah, so unfortunately he got sick, but he's fine now, and I had to take him to the vet that afternoon. It was a very stressful day. I think I just gave him, I gave him a different flavor of, oh, there he is. He's on my bed again. I gave him a different flavor of cat food, and I think it upset his stomach. Live and learn, I guess. It has been 1,000 years. What's up, Colin? How you doing? I see you changed your avatar. It's so tiny I can't see what it is, but I see it has been changed. So yes, we're gonna stream. We're gonna get back into it. What do you guys want to play? I currently have the Samantha Fox. Okay, nope. It's gone now. I have the demo running on the RetroPie, and I saw Samantha Fox Strip Poker for the Commodore 64 was what was up. Unlike that one game, it actually didn't have any nudity, at least not in the demo. So we should be good now. So yeah. Anyway, I've been crazy busy. How have y'all been? I'm quite tired today, actually, because I was working on my video set all week, so doing construction, and that was very tiring. I'm also drinking Diet Coke again because it's summer and it's hot out and I don't like it, so I needed a refreshing beverage, so Diet Coke it is. It is so damn good. Tiny Toon Adventures on Genesis. Hell yeah, one of my childhood faves. No fucking, did you see that? I broke it, but I hit the like forward button on the demo, and it just happened to be Tiny Toon Adventures on the Genesis. Are you kidding me? What is the fucking chances of that? That was ridiculous. What? If I hit the screensaver button, will it go back? No. Damn. That was insane. Dude, Colin, you are a psychic, my dude. Where is the Sega Genesis? Wow. It was fated to be that we would play Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure on stream today. Let's go. Anyway, as I was saying, oh, there's actually Acme All-Stars. Oh, that's like soccer. I didn't even know that existed. But we want to play this one. A very decent sort of Sonic clone, sort of Mario clone. It's kind of like halfway between Mario and Sonic, I would say. Quite good, this one. It kind of loses steam towards the end, but the first half of the game is very good. This is a game I grew up with and played a shit ton. And I actually recently just played through it and beat it for the first time, probably like 6 months ago. I remember like consistently as a kid being able to get to the end, but then never being able to like beat the last like level. And I can see why, because the last level is bullshit hard. Make sure the controls are right. Animaniacs Genesis. I have never played... Well, maybe I have. Maybe I rented that back in the day. Let's throw that on next. Animaniacs. Another Steven Spielberg animation side project for the Genesis. Right? Maybe Animaniacs had nothing to do with that. Pardon me, my sister just texted me. Let's see. A is item. No, we want that to be sliding, and we want B to be jump, and we want C to be item. I think that's right. My profile picture is the message icon from Persona 5, but with myself. Nice. Shut up, Kirsten. I'm texting, or I'm texting. Quit texting me. I'm working. Streaming. Kirsten's sending me pictures. My sister is sending me pictures of Hans Moleman from The Simpsons. No one's gay for Moleman. I picked this game up recently when I went to Portland a couple weeks ago. Nice. Was it the first time you ever played it? Or did you play it in emulation prior to that? There are a surprising amount of Tiny Toons games. I think we're good now. I didn't realize how many there were. There's like one on the... There's one on the NES that's also pretty good. That's a lot closer to Mario. Whereas this one, like the first couple levels, it's like clear they're going for like a Sonic thing, but then as the game goes on, it gets more Mario-like in its platforming. It's kind of strange. Also, the controls are quite stiff, and they always take me a little bit to get used to. But I mean, yeah, this was a game I played a lot as a kid. Ow, it was a childhood game. It's incredibly flawed, but it has a lot of potential. The hit detection's kind of shit. It's certainly not the worst of the era, but it's could be a lot better. Heard good things about it, so I said screw it and bought it. Nice. Was it cheap? I hope it was cheap. Yeah. Shake off that rust here. All right, let's try this again. Another memory I have of this game is the password is insanely long. So like when I would play this as a kid, and I would try to like write down the password so, you know, I could continue where I left off, as you do with passwords back in the day before saving your game was commonplace. I would write it down, but because it had like uppercase and lowercase letters, and I was playing on like a 10-inch CRT monitor in my bedroom, I would often get the characters wrong, so I would like spend, I don't know, 10 minutes typing in the insanely long password, only to find out that I wrote it down wrong because I misread what was on my tiny-ass screen in my room, and then would have to like go back to a previous day's password or just start the game over again. And that was like my experience with this game every time I played it. Hey, what's up, Live Coil? It has been 50 years. You didn't miss much. We're just getting started. Except Colin is a freaking prophet here. So we're watching like the demo, right? Like the, not the RetroPie, Emulation Station had a demo going. And my man Colin here says, play Tiny Toon Adventures on the Sega Genesis, and I like picked up my controller and I hit a button, and for a brief moment the demo went to Tiny Toon Adventures for Sega Genesis. Like, it's crazy. I'm still flabbergasted that happened. It was like $20. Hell yeah, that's a great price for this game. I feel like this is a solid $20 game. Totally worth 20 bucks. I would even say 20 to 30 is a good price for this one because it is above average for the time. But anything more than 30 is kind of pushing it at that point. Did you ever see the show? Oh yeah, I watched the show a lot as a kid. I watched Looney Tunes a lot too, but Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons. There's that infamous band episode of Tiny Toons where Buster and Plucky and, what the hell's his name? The pig. Hampton? Is his name Hampton? I forget what his name is. I haven't seen the show in probably like 20 years. But anyway, there's that infamous band episode where the boys find a single bottle of beer and they like nurse it all night long, and they just get like so shit-faced, and it just shows like the dangers of like drinking and getting drunk. And it was like, you know, they're kids, so it's like underage drinking, and I think it only aired on TV like a handful of times I remember watching it several times, and I was kind of like shocked when I found out like it was like for a while it was a lost episode. I think you can find it now on YouTube and probably like watch Cartoon Online and stuff like that, but yeah, I was shocked to learn that that was like a banned episode because of that, but it just as a kid, like it never really stuck out to me as anything outlandish, like, oh my god, they're drinking beer or something like that. It just seemed like another like crazy adventure with a good moral at the end where like you know, don't become an alcoholic piece of shit like the boys did briefly, but they turned it around. They turned their lives around and showed that you can come back from dark places. I think that's a good message. Should have banned that. Nostradamus, right? I actually got a bunch of good games in that game store in Portland. Aladdin Genesis, Castle Illusion, Choo Choo Rocket. I even got the Japanese PC version of Sonic CD. Hell yeah! Damn, you freaking hit the mother load, it sounds like. Good prices all around. Maybe I gotta go to Portland just to go to this game store. I don't have any retro game stores like within probably a 100-mile radius of me anymore. The two that I used to go to, like the pandemic killed them, so they don't exist anymore, which is unfortunate. Well, I should pay attention there. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's good enough. Hey, what's up, Jim? How you doing? I think they also drunk drive. Yes, they do. They steal a car while drunk and drive. So underage joyride while drunk. It happens. I went to school with a couple people that did that. Same thing. They were like 15, didn't have their driver's license yet, and got shit-faced and stole a car. Great way to kick off your teenage years, eh? Yeah, I heard about that episode. Can see why it was banned. It wasn't an officially sanctioned government educational thing like that crossover one about smoking. Oh god, what was it, like Cartoon All-Stars or something? Where they had like Ninja Turtles, and I think Pooh Bear was in it, and a whole bunch of like recognizable characters. And there was like, I think they made one about AIDS too, didn't they? Or maybe that was on, maybe they were going to, and then it got canceled. But yeah, I was like, like some kid at this kid's high school was just like trying to force heroin on him, like in a totally unrealistic fashion, like not even to like sell it to him, but just like to give it to him. It's like, okay, like unless it's like your close friend, it wants you to experience like the magic of heroin or something like that. Nobody's just gonna straight up give you heroin, but that's what they, you know, the drug panic was all about. He's gonna give you heroin for free. You're not gonna have to pay for it. You gotta use your chore allowance to buy some heroin as a 13-year-old. Ever see Gargoyles? Hell yeah, they had a banned episode involving guns. I did not know that. I don't remember watching an episode specifically about guns, but I did watch Gargoyles quite a bit as a kid. That was a good show. There's a Genesis Gargoyles game that I rented, and I remember that being pretty good. But I might have to play that if we run out of stuff to play, because I don't remember, or it's been quite some time since I played that. I recently sold a whole bunch of old game stuff, some of which was super valuable, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but I'm moving very soon, and I just wanted to offload some stuff. That's how they get you, man. I bet whoever bought from you was stoked, though, that they got a good deal on something like Marvel vs. Capcom, because on the Dreamcast, I'm assuming the Dreamcast version, because that copy goes forever, goes for a shit ton of money, because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Dreamcast version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is, like, considered the definitive version of that game, right? I'm pretty sure it is. This is a... Oh, excuse me. This game has branching paths. I just found one of them. One of two in this. Ended up with enough store credit to... Oh, you went the store credit route. Oh. Ended up with a store credit Enough store credit to get a Switch and Tears of the Kingdom. Nice. I have also been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Ah, you said you won't like Tears of the Kingdom. No, lol. It's just more Breath of the Wild. Some new mechanics, but still very derivative. Well, I'm going to surprise you by saying that I actually really like Tears of the Kingdom. I still think it's that and Breath of the Wild are like an incredibly overrated thing. But if you were to like say, let's put it on the Elden Ring scale. So Elden Ring is like the perfect open world game, at least at the time of recording this. Someday, perhaps not. I'm going to put it probably 2 steps below Elden Ring, which is pretty good because there's nothing in between those two. I would put Breath of the Wild probably another 2 notches down. I think Tears of the Kingdom fixed a lot of the stuff that I found annoying in Breath of the Wild. Not all of it. The weapon degradation is still a pain point, but it's a lot easier to manage because of the fusing system. So while I still don't like the fact that everything's made out of cardboard and breaks after like 10 hits, it's a lot more forgivable because of the fusing system. You basically have infinite weapons with you at all times, where I'm 70 hours into the game right now, if that tells you anything about how much more I like about this. After 3 separate attempts of trying to play Breath of the Wild, I probably have accumulated a total of 60 hours. I'm on my first playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm almost done with the main quest. And I got 70 hours into it. I still feel the game's too damn long, and I am starting to get sick of it, but overall, I like the game a lot more. I still don't understand why people think it's like the greatest thing ever, though. So that will always be like a pain point for me with these 2 games. I just have to accept that. But yes, yes, the Dreamcast version fetches like $160. Yeah, nice. Did you know Peppa Pig had an episode banned in Australia involving spiders? No, I did not. Is Peppa Pig an Australian series? Ryan was telling me about Bluey. He watched through the whole series recently. I know that's a controversial show because it's like a kid's show, but it's got a lot of dark subject matter in it. But supposedly Bluey is really good, but... Oop. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, I saw that coming. Anyway, back to Tears of the Kingdom. Since this will be like the close... I lost the... I dropped my controller trying to pick it up. Since this will probably be the closest I ever get to reviewing Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, what do we got here? I bought Tears of the Kingdom recently as well, and suddenly my evenings keep turning into mornings just by playing it. Nice. I'm not quite that into it. God damn it. I did the same freaking thing. You think for a game that I've been playing like literally my entire life, I'd be a little better at this, but I do like I like how all the bosses are like a gimmick based on the abilities of the Tiny Toons that this mad scientist is doing some mind control on. There's some interesting gimmick bosses in this game. And I say gimmick with love. Let me finish this and then we'll get back on Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. Yeah, definitely surprised you like Tears of the Kingdom more than Breath, huh? I do like weapon fusing, but I don't like how you can't unfuse materials from them. That might be an upgrade later, I don't know. You can, in the menu, in the weapon menu, you probably know this, but you lose whatever you fuse to it. There is a Goron in Terrytown that you can pay some rupees to him and he can remove the item without losing it. But then you have to travel to Terrytown. So, yeah, I haven't found too much of a problem. I definitely, let's see, what's the best way to say this? I think Breath of the Wild's a good game, but I think it's like one of the most overrated games of all time. I would put it probably, if I were to rank it in like the best Zelda games, I'd probably put it like, I don't know if I'd even put it in the top 10. I would put Tears of the Kingdom in the top 5 Zelda games. That's how much more I like Tears of the Kingdom. Another big thing I hated about Breath of the Wild was the world was way too big and there wasn't anything to do in it. It was so boring and so empty. And I think it was such a genius design choice to reuse the same world from Breath of the Wild and expand upon it. Because now there's like caves everywhere, and now there's the sky areas, and now there is the whole underground area, which the underground area is kind of reminiscent of Breath of the Wild in that it's big and empty and there's not a lot to do down there. But because it has like I don't know, because the whole idea is that you're exploring in the dark and like the challenge comes from finding your way through dark areas to specific points, it's a lot more forgivable, and it makes a lot more sense contextually. So a big open empty world in an underground cave setting like that makes a lot more sense. But then there's also the fact that the Ultra Hand ability and being able to build anything, like a car or, you know, a tank or a flying machine of some sort or a hot air balloon or whatever, you know, your imagination is the limit. That greatly reduces the amount of boredom and the amount of downtime. Breath of the Wild, I've spent so much time just like doing nothing, trying to get from point A to point B, whereas in Tears of the Kingdom, I often find myself getting distracted by things between point A and B. So I'll be like, okay, I want to go here, so I'll like teleport to the nearest shrine or a sky tower. And then, like, I'll be like, oh, I only have to walk a short ways, but then it'll take me, like, 2 hours to get to where I actually want to go because I'll end up finding several caves, and I'll find some side quests, or I'll find, you know, some enemies I haven't fought before, and that was the other thing. Breath of the Wild really disincentivizes the player, in my opinion, from actually seeking out combat because it's a lot of hassle for not a lot of reward, but because of the fusing system, pretty much every enemy drops like a fusible item that makes your weapons more powerful. So I'll see myself like, you know, oh, there's a Gleeok. Well, I've already fought like 6 Gleeoks, and I don't really want, you know, normally I wouldn't want to fight them again, but my weapons are getting, you know, kind of low, and I know that if I kill a Gleeok, it'll drop 3 fusible items that are high-level items that will greatly increase the damage output of my weapons, so it actually incentivizes me to seek out tough enemies and fight them, whereas in Breath of the Wild, like, the last thing I ever wanted to do was go out of my way to fight something in that game. Biggest criticism, number one, of both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is I absolutely hate the combat system. Combat's garbage. Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. I'm making do. The whole, like, I don't know, it's so stiff. Enemies have way too much hyper armor. Link doesn't have any hyper armor. Maybe it's just my brain because I'm so used to Soulsborne combat where, like, enemies telegraph their attacks, so you can, like, figure out where you want to dodge and at what timing, whereas Zelda will be like, enemies have no wind-up. They just, like, are moving towards you, and then suddenly they attack, and there's, like, you have, like, not even half a second. You have, like, 3 or 4 frames to react, and that's just way too fast. And that's true of every 3D Zelda game, so it's not just, you know, not just these ones, but at least in, like, other Zelda games, you always have a shield with you, unless you're using something special like Big Around Sword or something like that in Ocarina of Time. You always have a shield with you, so you always, like, as long as you have your shield up, you're usually fine. But in Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, since a lot of the weapons you find are two-handed, like, and especially, this is something else I noticed in Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe it's just my luck, but it seems like I always find two-handed weapons in that game. Like, I've almost always have a two-handed weapon in Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't know. But when you have that, like, it's you can't you can't block anything, so you just end up taking a shit ton of hits. And it wouldn't be so bad if you just took some damage, but the fact that Link goes flying and it takes him like 1 billion years to stand back up, meanwhile other enemies are encroaching on you and you don't have any hyper armor even when you're laying on the ground from a previous attack. Yeah, the combat's just garbage in both of those games, but I feel like it's a lot more manageable in Tears of the Kingdom because you have so many other options with the fusing and the building and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. Let's have a... Hey, what's up, Slimy Cat Maker? How you doing? No, Peppa Pig is a UK series. Oh, okay. Sounds good. God, I forgot how much I love Diet Coke. It's insane. I went to a game convention as a seller and bought maybe 400 games. Damn, including stuff like Valkyrie Profile that is worth so much right now. It's insane, and yet most of what I sold was $50 to $60 games and under. Nice. So wait, did you end up breaking even, or did you end up spending money going as a seller? Because that would be my problem. I could never be a video game seller because I'd just end up buying everything. Diet Coke slurping ASMR. Yeah, maybe I should start a new channel while I'm working on my adventures and game criticism stuff, since that takes so long. It's just a Noa Lee ASMR, exclusively Diet Coke. Daily uploads. It's the same premise every single day. Why don't you do video anymore? I knew I was gonna get this question. I still do video. The videos I want to make take a long time to make. I'm constantly working on videos. Constantly. But it's gonna be a while. I have recently decided that I am, with the exception of streaming, I'm gonna continue streaming, and the occasional community post here and there. I am 100% done with this channel. I need a fresh break, or I need a fresh start. I will always be making videos about video games. I don't see myself ever stopping to do that, but it's very clear that I have outgrown this channel and what I originally, set out to do with this channel, because I've been uploading this channel since 2010, so almost 15 years. Oh, I already played this level. Is there a way to... Not that way. Oh, I fucked us over. Shit. I hit the wrong button trying to back out, and I fucked us over. And I don't want to replay those. Okay, well, I guess we're done with Tiny Toons. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Let's play some Animaniacs. I'm interested to see how that is, because I may have rented this game back in the day. So, yeah, I am done with this channel. I will not be uploading to this channel. If I do, it'll be like an off-the-cuff thing, but I won't have any plans for it. My goal right now is to finish my video set. That's what I've been working on for the past probably month and a half right now. I will post some pictures this week. I said I was going to do that, and I never did. I will definitely post some pictures this week of my video set, because it is coming along quite well. I've been doing construction, and it looks great. And as soon as it's done, I am going into full-blown production for what I'm calling the first season of Adventures in Game Criticism, which will be on a new channel. I will announce that when the channel launches. And that's going to be... I'm aiming for one video a month, but they're not all going to be, like, gigantic videos. So the goal is, like, the first legit episode of Adventures in Game Criticism, which is going to be on Mascot Platformers, is going to come out. That's going to be the first video on the channel. I haven't decided what's going to be next, but there's going to be... That's where Romani's Mini Arcade is going to be. That's where some other smaller videos are going to be. The intention is, like, 2 episodes of Adventures in Game Criticism a year, spaced about 6 months apart, and then smaller videos in between. And I'm going to create this stuff in bulk, so I'm planning on Not necessarily a whole year, but like 6 videos at a time. So like I'll be working on, as I'm filming the first episode of Adventures of Game Criticism, I'm also filming the next episode of Romani's Mini Arcade and stuff like that, so that all I have to do is like editing in between. That's the goal anyway. The scripts are pretty much done for all that stuff. Script writing has always been the thing that slows me down, but since that's already done, as soon as my video set's done, I can just kind of hammer on that. However, I do have another project coming up that I will be announcing very soon that will be much more frequent than Adventures of Game Criticism. I haven't worked out the details 100% yet, so I don't want to announce it, but you will be hearing something new from me, and possibly somebody else. Hint, hint, wink, wink. That will be coming probably in like the next month. Might not even be that long, honestly. So, yeah. Hint, hint, plug, plug. Long story short, I have not stopped making videos. I will never stop making videos. I am just evolving my craft and blossoming into the video game critic I was destined to be. That's what we're going with. So, let's see. We want B to be jump. A is action, B is jump, C is change. Sure. All right. I sold more than 1,000 and bought for 300 to 400. Came back with $500 more than I started. Hey, sounds like you did good. All right, let's play this game and see if it dredges up any old memories of me renting games. I could just tell from this opening right here, I absolutely rented this game back in the day. Okay, cool. Doop, doop. I love the animation on the Animaniacs, the Warner Brothers and Sister Dot. Oh god, yeah, I am having deja vu like crazy. I absolutely played this as a kid. This is great. Typical hop and bop. Nope. Oh, you're not even an enemy. Change? Okay, so this is kind of like Our Real Monsters, where you have a button where, we should play that. I played the crap out of that game, too. Where you have a button to change between, was it Yakko, Wacko, and Dot? I think that's their names. Do they have different abilities? Is that the thing? Yes. Ah, alright, alright. I like it. Oh, let's see. I do like the shorts you do, especially the Sonic Arcade Cop, just for that one joke about Yuji Naka. Nice. Yeah, I am planning on when I get to doing the Adventures of Game Criticism stuff, doing some shorts. And I do have a different idea. I think I mentioned this before. I had like an idea for like what I was calling the Gaming Glossopedia. There's the key. I might just turn that into a separate channel. I was thinking. I'm kind of debating if I want to put that on, like, tack it on to Adventures in Game Criticism, or if I want to make that its own separate channel. I'm kind of leaning towards it being its own separate channel, but of, like, just shorts. You know, the idea being that, like, I take, like, a phrase or a, like, something video game related, like the word shmup, like short for shoot 'em up, and give like a brief history of like shmup games or something like that, or what is like stuff that like most gamers would get but not everybody would, or maybe it would just be entertaining to watch, something like that. Hey, what's up, Tassin? Spyro, Year of the Dragon, Fortnite. We're not playing Fortnite. I don't even have Fortnite. I know it's a free-to-play game, so I could get it, but then I'd have to get an Epic account, and fuck that. I have no desire to ever play Fortnite. We could play Year of the Dragon, though. We played, I think last time we streamed, we played Spyro 2, didn't we? I think so. Play this for a bit. The Water Siblings. Zelda isn't Minecraft. I don't like the building stuff at all. Tears is really picky about fusing things to the right angles, and if you mess up, you have to waste time unsticking things. I guess I kind of agree. I guess I have an intuitive sense of where the developers intended for you to fuse items together. Honestly, I don't really find the building stuff to be cumbersome. I know that's kind of like a point of contention some people have. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. And I don't even like building stuff in games all that much. I expected the building mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom. What was I going to write down? Oh, I was going to write down Year of the Dragon, so I don't forget. Year of the Dragon. We'll play that next. Of the Dragon. Yeah, I don't know. I really like I really like the fusing system, and I really like the fact that you can just like build anything. That said, I'm not one of these people that, you know, would spend like an hour building something. Like if it takes me more than 5 minutes to build, I'm not going to do it. That's just not the kind of person I am. So like I've seen a lot of videos of people, like one guy made the Trojan horse and then rolled it into an encampment, and that's cool and everything, but in the amount of time it took him to build that thing, he could have killed like 15 enemy hordes by himself without building anything. But I know that's not the point. It's like he just wanted to... Does that bird even hurt? Like, does anything hurt you in this game? So far, I haven't found anything that hurts you in this game. Is this just a puzzle game? I feel like this bird is cock-blocking me, though. No pun intended. Maybe I have to kiss. Ah, yes. This is also kind of like the Lost Vikings, I'm realizing. I'm kind of digging this game so far. Not bad. But yeah, I get what you're saying about Zelda isn't Minecraft, though. I just feel like there's so many more options for traversal. And even if you don't build anything, so like what I was saying before, oh, I need to, yeah, there we go. So what I was saying before about like, Breath of the Wild having like long stretches of oh, I know what I need to do here. I need to push this over. No, maybe not. Oh, there's definitely a fuse here I need to hit. There we go. Jump in. No? Oh, okay. It just does it automatically. I was thinking I had to tip it over first before I lit the fuse, but nope. Ah, now there's some stuff over here I missed with Pinky and the Brain. I just saw them. Damn. Fortnite or Among Us? No other game, please. I'm not going to play Among Us either, but of the two, I would be far more likely to play Among Us. Among Us! I was at my class reunion a few weeks ago, and pretty much everybody in my class has like little kids now because I'm old as fuck. But not me. But all the kids were running around playing Among Us, which I thought was cute and funny. It would be cringe if it weren't like, you know, the younger generation, but it's what they're into. It's whatever. I'm too old to get the appeal. That's fine. What the hell do I do here? This guy's got like headphones on. Pinky and the Brain, yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. That's all you get. Something, something, rule the earth. They're Pinky and the Brain, 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 brain. That's the best I got. I have no idea what to do here. Did you know there were plans for a Pinky and the Brain PS1 game that was never released, though excuse me, there are screenshots of the game in magazine? Yes, I actually did know that. I don't remember, I found that out recently, but I don't remember how. Okay, are there... No. All I can do is switch between the three. I was wondering if there were like combo moves, because in like Real Monsters, you can, depending on who your primary character is, you can, like, I think if you take the stripey lady that looks like a cane, Olivia or Ophelia, I don't remember their names. You can make like a ladder to like get to high places. Does not seem to be the case here. Tried the kissy. Okay, I totally tried that earlier. Are you kidding me? I hate when that happens. Oh. Oh, I gotta get Wacko out. Switch. I can't switch fast enough. Damn it. Shit. I did a terrible mistake and decided to finish Final Fantasy 13-2 this week. Now I need to play Lightning Return. Was 13-2 any better than 13? I've heard some people say it is. Final Fantasy 13 was the last Final Fantasy I played because it was so awful that I could not stand to like even try 15 when it came out, or the direct 13 sequels. It was, God, Final Fantasy 13 was horrible. I'm assuming it was all right if you went to the trouble of, of finishing it. I can't believe they made 3 games out of the Final Fantasy 13 universe. That blows my mind. And then I think there was also some spin-off games, too. Yep. The Wacko. There we go. Jimble Dragon, I'm still on the Pixel Remaster. Beat 1, 2, and 4. Currently on 3. Want to wrap up to get to 6. Wait, you're not going to play 5? The best one? I actually liked 5 when I played it. I never finished it, but... The, 5's the one with the weird job system, right? The variation, or maybe that's 3. Maybe I'm getting 3 and 5 mixed up. I need Wacko. Hit it, Wacko. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Have you ever seen the Animaniacs reboot? No, I have not. I have heard good things, though. I did see that one anime clip that, everybody was tossing around the internet after it came out, because it was like a meme for a while. I didn't particularly enjoy that, mostly because the whole, like, making fun of, like, the anime style has been played out so much for, like, 20 years. It's, I just don't, I don't know. It's kind of cringy when shows do that these days. Like, oh, look at us, we're being all quirky and cutesy by making fun of anime and doing the whole, like, wah thing and, like, the anime eyes for no reason, not even as a stylistic choice, but just, okay, before I jump on that thing, do that, and since we're at our last life, we're gonna use the magic of save states. We're gonna hit this. Yeah, there we go. Oh god, this hit detection on this thing sucks. Okay, well, we eventually did it. Hey, we beat the level finally. Hey, what's up, Charles, dude? It's Botga? What is Botga? Catch up with the chat here. Imagine every problem with Back to the Future 2, and that's all the problems with 13-2 story. Well, I haven't seen any of the Back to the Future games since I was a little kid, so I really don't have any frame of reference for that, but I'm assuming Back to the Future 2 was problematic? Not good? I don't know. The first movie's awesome, I know that. I have seen that one, probably the most recent. Some more Diet Coke Asthma for you. Oh yeah, what were we saying? Something about lot of Tears of the Kingdom, something like that. Overall, quite like that game. Still hate the combat. I was talking about the world and how even without building stuff, like, it's so much easier to traverse the world. Like, the sky towers launching you up into the sky, so you can, like, glide wherever you need to go. Let's see, what do we gotta do here? Do I have to kiss the elephant? Sounds like a euphemism. Maybe we need to plug the elephant's hole. No. Also sounds like a euphemism. We need to bop the elephant. I'm getting Jurassic Park vibes from this segment. Another big criticism for Tears of the Kingdom. I still like shrines, but God, do I wish there were some classic Zelda dungeons in addition to them. The temples are so fucking pathetic. They are like the worst dungeons, like in like any Zelda game ever. And this is from the sequel that had the previously worst dungeons in any Zelda game ever with the Divine Beasts. Because those were pathetic, and the temples in Tears of the Kingdom are even more pathetic, and I don't know how that's even possible. What did that button do? What did that button do, and why are we suddenly in that Hakuna Matata level from The Lion King on Sega Genesis? Boingy, boingy. Boingy, boingy. Oh, it opened the door up here. I see. I see. Oh, I meant the problem with time travel in the second movie. Gotcha! Right, that's like the main plot of that movie, ain't it? I feel like I had a switch I was supposed to hit back there, but... I am getting, like, serious Dynamite Heady vibes from this level, too. Like, this game keeps reminding me of other arguably better games. I'm gonna die here. Sure am. That's the game over. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's keep playing. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, shit. This is like the first legit level, isn't it? Alright. At least we know what to do now. I'll give this one more go before we hop to some Year of the Dragon. Yeah, yeah. Dungeons suck in Tears of the Kingdom. Shrines are better, I would say. I did like the shrines from Breath of the Wild. That was like my favorite part of that game. And they are a lot better than this one, so that's saying something. I like the underground area. I feel like it fits the empty aesthetic a lot more, like I was saying. Hey, got that down. Nice. Trying to think if there's any other main points of contention or praise for Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know, it's good enough that I'm still playing it after 70 hours, although I am starting to get a little burnt out with it. I do think it is too long. That was true of Breath of the Wild as well. That game was about 100 fucking hours too long. Ah, shit. I guess we're on our last life once again. Boingy, boingy. Yeah, I guess that's it. Surprising, I know, that I quite like Tears of the Kingdom, but still have major problems with it. I feel like it's a better tech demo than it is a game. The fusing thing is nothing short of development wizardry, and Nintendo, as much as I have problems with Nintendo, they should absolutely be commended for creating such a fine physics engine, and also a system that, and also a fusing system, being able to handle making anything on the fly in a giant open world game and then still have it run at a solid 30 frames a second and not feel like it's going to break constantly on the Nintendo Switch, no less, is nothing short of a developmental genius. So, gotta give them credit where credit's due there. And I do like the fact that they reuse the same world, which I kind of hope that more games do in the future. It would be nice to see like a sequel to an open world game expand on the damn it. I guess we're done with Animaniacs. All right, let's play Year of the Dragon. I'm better at that game. I want to see more open world game, like sequels to open world games, just expand upon their previous open world rather than like throwing you in a new sandbox area or something like that. Like make your worlds more intricate rather than trying to make something new or going like the Bethesda route with like, you know, constantly trying to make bigger and bigger and bigger worlds. But fuck that. I don't want bigger worlds. I want more intricately designed worlds. Like, I don't know, let's put it on the Elden Ring scale. The Elden Ring is about as big as a open world game should be. It's massive, but it's also like intricately designed, and there's stuff to do everywhere you go to. I still feel the world in Tears of the Kingdom is too big, but it's at least they expanded upon it by adding like little things to do here and there. Yeah, Bubsy 3D, that's oh, there's something. I also finished Crash Bandicoot Warped recently. I have officially played through and 100%ed, or I guess 105%ed for the third game, the Crash trilogy finally, after all these years. I think Crash Bandicoot Warped is my favorite in the series, but it was also the most bullshit to complete. So that's the problem. Spyro. We're looking for Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Hell yeah. I was thinking about making a YouTube animated series inspired by Animaniacs called the Intunets. Ah, nice. Intunets. It's about digital animal characters who live inside the internet doing jobs for a website. Oh, that sounds neat. I like that idea. Just pretend that this is Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Live your last life to the fullest. Was that the new Puss in Boots movie? Was that the full title? I don't know. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Someday I gotta watch that Puss in Boots movie because I have heard nothing but good things about it. Open up my certified seltzer here. Let's play some Spyro. How was the time trials in Crash 3? Did you have platinum on all the trials? I got platinum on probably like a third of them, I would say. I didn't bother because you only need to get all the gold ones to complete the game. Thank God they didn't do this. If they had made it so you had to get all the platinums in order to get 105%, which is the highest percentage you can get, I probably would have forced myself to do that, but I wouldn't have been happy about it. Getting some of the gold ones was hard enough. But then there are other levels like, I don't know, Tomb Waiter. Tomb Waiter was one that, like, my first, like, attempt at doing the time trial at all, I got a, I got a platinum on. So, like, that one was, like, really easy. For me, anyway. But then there are other ones, like the driving ones, like, I forget which one, but one of the ones where Crash has to outrace like some dragsters on a motorcycle, like those ones were really fucking hard for me to get the time trials completed on. How'd you like the 100% ending of Crash 3? It was good. I liked that they it was funny that they Aku Aku said something about we're not going to see Cortex for a very long time, which is really funny because like if you skip like all of the Crash games between like
we managed to
Crash Warped and Crash 4, like he's totally right. It has been a very long time. Obviously that's not what happened. There's a shit ton of other Crash games that were made in between, but I am probably going to check out some more Crash games now that, you know, we're out of the Naughty Dog era, and see how the series has fared, because Spyro didn't fare too well. Oh, I gotta do the thing. One, I gotta change this to active camera, because that's what I like. 2, yeah, there we go. 2, I need to open up the quick menu, and I need to change the controller to an analog controller. And I hit the wrong button again. That's okay. At least we didn't get started this time, so let's just do that right now. I didn't mind the jet ski levels in Crash Warped, though. They weren't too bad. Nope, that's not the one I want. I want input. No, I want controls. Yeah, that one. Port 1 controls. Analog controller. Save the remap file. Save game remap file. Yes. Do that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So yeah, overall quite liked Crash 3. Not so fun fact about me, but did you know that my introduction to the Spyro series was gulp? This is embarrassing. Enter the Dragonfly. I think you did mention that once. That does ring a bell, but you poor soul, you, my friend. Well, didn't you like it though? I think you said you liked it as a kid, but you didn't know any better. But I mean, if that was your first experience, like I've said it before, there's things to like about Enter the Dragonfly. It's just the game's not finished, so it's, you know, if the game had been finished, it would have been decent. I still don't think it would have been a great Spyro game, but it would have been good enough. Yeah, the audio's taking a shit, I see. Oh my god. I feel like there are worse Spyro games though than like Shadow Legacy on the DS. I would much rather play Enter the Dragonfly than play Shadow Legacy again. That was not a good game. That was a very bad game. I don't really care for the Legend of Spyro games either, although I only played the first one, but yeah, it was... There we go. Change that active camera, and then we're golden. Yeah. Yeah. Get myself a save state. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Woo! This place is Spyro. Let's get lost in the Spyro, because, God, I love me some Spyro. Unfortunately for the Crash fans out there, I don't think Walk Hose is here, but I still prefer Crash over, or I still prefer Spyro over Crash, even having played the original trilogy. I'm glad I finally got around to playing the original trilogy of Crash games, because something that has been in the back of my mind for a while, I'm like, I really need to play those games. They're classics, especially the first one. In my opinion, they get better and better, although much like... I don't know, it's amazing how, like, much of a correlation there is between Crash and Spyro. It's like, you know, the first game was revolutionary, the second game was more refined, and the third game was better, but also worse at the same time. And that's kind of true for both games. Why can't I get the egg? Do I have... Oh. Right. And that's kind of true for both series, because, like, yeah. Crash 3 and Spyro 3 are... They have the highest highs, but they also have some of the lowest lows at the same time. Whereas the second game is probably the most consistently good in both of them. And the first game is, like, you know, the technical achievement of the trilogy. And then starting with the fourth game, shit falls off the rails.
How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that hole you came through.
As I've said before, like, they're practically the same series, just, you know, in different, like, universes. Very interesting. I know some of that was because Naughty Dog and Insomniac had such a fierce rivalry when they both worked for Sony. I guess Naughty Dog still works for Sony, but... Or is Sony. I guess Sony bought Naughty Dog, didn't they? How many gems do you want? You think Enter the Dragonfly was bad? You should read about the development of the game. It was violent between crew members. I don't remember hearing about any violence between crew members, but I have looked into the development of Enter the Dragonfly a bit, and yeah, it was not good. Like, I don't know what the hell Universal Interactive was thinking, because they hired a developer that like had never made a game before. And like had no indication that they could make a game, but for some reason they did it anyway, and then the game flopped and they wondered why. And I don't even remember the developer's name, and I don't think they ever went on to make any other games, did they? Collecting treasure, collecting treasure, collecting treasure. Just something so satisfying about Spyro, at least the first 3 games.
But I don't want to get my fur all wet. Maybe you could get it.
Maybe you could get it. Swimming. You must do the swimming controls, Spyro. There is a sheep there. Check 6, yes. And they were going to make Alien... Wait, what? Were they really going to make Aliens Colonial Marines? Is that true? That's hilarious. Oh my god. I know that Aliens Colonial Marines was in development hell for fucking ever, but... I mean, you're probably telling the truth, so... Damn. That's hilarious.
To get the best glide, press the X button at the very top of your jump.
Okay. Let's go get this treasure. Hooray, I got the treasure. No, I know how to do it, Hunter. I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't follow you for the tutorial mission. Son of a bitch. Yep. Let's go get the cave treasure.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Tragically hilarious. That is tragically hilarious. My god. Yo, what's up, Tanish? How you doing? It's been 50 bazillion years. Welcome to the stream. Big surprise, we're playing a Spyro game again.
This is a Superfly power-up, Spyro. Whenever
Superfly.
a power-up that looks like this one, it will allow you to fly.
Like the Curtis Mayfield song? I like that. I love that song. It's a great song. I actually didn't want to go to the Superfly yet. I wanted to get the treasure. So have you guys played any of the other Crash games, like post Naughty Dog? Should I just play them in order from this point on and, you know, take the bad with the good, or now that I've completed the trilogy? Should I skip right to Crash 4? I don't feel like I should. I feel like I would appreciate that game more after playing, maybe not all of the games in between, but a few of the games in between. And also I've heard that 100%ing that game is a nightmare, and after banging my head against Crash 3, I kind of not ready mentally to go through that again. So I think I'm gonna wait on Crash 4, come to think of it. Finally got a job. It's door dashing and it pays terribly, but it's something. Hey, at least you got something. Congrats on that. Yeah, it's I didn't realize like what the job market was like right now, but I've heard so many people online talking about how hard it is to find like a decent job right now. Like there's shitty jobs everywhere. But finding a decent job seems to be... Do I have... Oh yeah, I got enough gems for Mr. Moneybags here. Let's get... Oh wait, I thought you needed 81. Where did I get... Oh, I had 81. That's why. You need 300. Son of a bitch. Didn't say before, but yeah, good news about all the upcoming content and new channel stuff, man. You'll keep this channel up as an archive of your older work, and you'll upload any outstanding old material that you had to take down before... Oh wait, I misread that, I think. You'll keep this channel up as an archive for your older work, and you'll upload any outstanding old material that you had to take down before for one reason or another, yeah? Yeah, probably. I'll probably do that. There's not much left that There's a couple videos. I was gonna re-upload that Resident Evil 4 video I was talking about, but then I watched it, and I'm like, this is some serious dog shit that I think benefits nobody. It's... I don't want to re-upload that one, but there are a couple other ones that I should re-upload. Some of my really old stuff.
For a dinner party at the Tiki Lodge, and the portal to my home just
Oh.
stopped working. Maybe the
So yeah, I'll do that, and I'm definitely not going to take this channel down. It's always going to be up and stuff like that. And who knows, maybe someday I will, you know, come back to it and upload something to it, but probably not. Especially if this secret project that I teased earlier plays out, I probably won't have a need to come back to this channel ever. Yeah, we'll see.
Do you like the active?
Yes, I do like the active camera. That's why I specifically changed it to active camera. No, don't change it. I can't imagine playing this with passive camera. It turns so slowly. I suppose it's better than whatever they did to the camera in the Japanese version of this game, am I right? Or maybe that was just the first game. But they fucked up the camera hardcore of the Japanese game. Crash Wrath of Cortex is decent. Twinsanity is pretty good, but Undercooked, you can skip the spin-offs, although you should play the Crash and Spyro crossover. No. I actually have played all of those. Crash Purple and Spyro Orange. They are trash. That is probably the worst of both series. If I were to bet money, I would bet money on that, because I mean, specifically, Spyro Orange was the worst thing I've ever played. I think the Crash game was a little better, if I remember correctly. But, I don't know. You can head bash the rock. Oh, right, I forgot about the head bash, which is... How do I do the head bash again? Wait, don't I get the head... Oh, no. I'm thinking Spyro 2. You get the... I was thinking you got the head bash later. That's why you do that. Nope, getting it confused with Spyro 2. I have all the moves. I would say just play It's About Time. The other Crash games are fine, but Crash 4 is better. Though take your time if you want to complete it. Yeah, take your time. Haha. Yeah, I think I just need to... I don't know, I think I just need a break from Crash, maybe, then, if I'm going to do that. If I'm going to go straight to Crash 4. Because the time trials in Crash 3, while for the most part I had fun with them, they kind of burnt me out on Crash, I want to say. Whereas, like, after beating the first game and the second game, I wanted to play more Crash. After 100%ing Crash Warped, I don't really feel like playing any more Crash at the moment, so... So yeah, maybe I'll give it like 6 months and then I'll play Crash 4 It's About Time if I don't check out some other stuff. I could probably play the racing games, like Crash Team Racing. I don't think I would like the Crash Bash series because I don't really like party games. I know that's not really required gaming for the series anyway, so I don't really care if I miss out on those. think I almost got all the treasure here. Hey, what's up, Rachi Wiz? It's Spyro Game! Woo! Hello, everyone. What do we miss? Oh, not a whole lot. You missed my super comprehensive review of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I won't go into it. If you care about my opinions on it, watch the recap, because I don't want to bore the people that have been here since the beginning to hear me talk about Tears of the Kingdom again. Long story short, like the game, a lot more than Breath of the Wild. Still have problems with it, though. There you go. That's my recap of my not comprehensive review that I gave earlier in the stream. Okay, now I can go unlock Sheila, the kangaroo.
I'm getting paid.
Getting paid a fortune. Sure.
Ah, Spyro.
This is one of those rare games where you keep your abilities from the previous game. True. And I kind of forgot that, which is why what the hell happened? Oh, right. Cutscene loading. No hard feelings there, mate. We'll watch this one because it's funny.
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
I reckon you be one of them dragons then.
I reckon you be one of them dragons
Never
then.
thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know. Then all of a sudden you left. Poof.
Dragons used to live
Real
here,
talk.
Didn't
I
you know?
hate what they did with
That was
Sheila's
over
character
1,000
design in
years
the
ago, I
remake.
think.
and they just left.
Yeah.
Sh-
And the weird thing
She
is,
just
after
don't
they
look
left,
right.
all
I
the
know,
magic
like,
in the
the
world
furries
just
of the
went
world
bigger.
loved
I
it
mean, they say
for
this
obvious
world just had
reasons,
magic
but
coming out the wazoo.
this character
Flying
design is just
ships,
so much
singing
better,
forests, wishing
in my
stars, you
opinion.
name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Same thing with Hunter. I didn't
Some
like
of
the
the
way
portals
Hunter
don't
looked either.
work.
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one.
Moneybags is one of the most
I'm gonna
hated
get my
characters
car
in
and
the
do some
series
damage
over
control.
Hunter.
Come visit anytime you like.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Moneybags. I think he's funny. Unlike Hunter, who annoyed me at first but has grown on me. I really like Hunter as a character now, but man, did he annoy me when I first played Spyro 2. But unlike Hunter, I've always liked Moneybags. I don't know. I just like this idea of a freaking greedy, like, stereotypical capitalist just, like, taking money from a dragon. There's something so funny about that to me. Okay, anyway. I don't need to get all the treasure. Let's play a level. We'll go back here and play the first level. Is this the first level? Or yeah, that's the first level. Oh, message retracted. I missed something. What do you think about the art style of the reignited Spyro 3? Sheila with her hair grew on me. Wow, that's funny. You must have been typing that right as I said what I thought. I do not like, yeah, reiterating and doubling down on what I gotta burn all the trees and get the skill point. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my. Oh,
Doubling down on what I was saying about Sheila previously, I hate the way she looks in the remake. It's just, I don't know. They made her like, I don't know. I don't feel like that design, it's not so much the visual design. Let's put it that way. There's nothing wrong with the visual design of how she looks in the remake, but I do not think it fits her character. They made her very, this is gonna make me sound like a, you know, like I don't know, like a diehard feminist here, but that's not where I'm coming from. But they made her very waif-like, and made her more sexualized, and I don't know. They focused way too much on like making her look more like the girl character rather than just being, you know, a character. And not saying that kind of design doesn't work for certain characters or that it's always a bad design choice, but in this case, it is absolutely a bad design choice in my opinion. You know, a hypersexualized character works for someone like Bayonetta because that's her character, is that she's supposed to be this, you know, bombshell, sexy woman that will also not only kick your ass, but kick God's ass, which she does. That's kind of her thing. But, like, you know, hypersexualizing or, like, making, like, you know, like a pinup girl style for Sheila, who is, one, an anthropomorphic character, which I'm not judging. There's nothing wrong. My furry brethren, calm down. Just not for me. But, you know, making her look like a pinup girl when she's kind of like, you know, more tomboyish in this game. I just think they did her dirty, is what I'm getting at. Yeah.
You'll have to flame him using the circle button.
Furries, you say? It sounds like a horrible bunch, just awful. Can't say I ever met any. Username unrelated, promise. There's nothing wrong with the furry brethren. I'm just saying. But I got to call them like I see them. You know? It'd be different if, like, she was from, like, you know, from the get-go was designed to be like a furry bombshell. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, like, here's a good example. Sally Acorn, they obviously designed her to be, like, you know, like a pinup girl, like, look, but then also gave her the character to match that look at the same time and made her, like, witty and, you know, stuff like that. But then forcing that kind of style onto a character that was previously didn't have the personality to match that style is a problem, in my opinion. Just to, you know, make her look different. I don't know. And it's probably wasn't even an intentional thing. It was probably just the developers, like, you know, she's a girl, therefore I want her to look like this, and it probably wasn't even like a conscious design choice. It was just something that the artist tasked with redesigning her character just came up with subconsciously. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, maybe you should ask questions after the fact. Yeah. The hair grew on me, but the elongated torso is disturbing. I don't actually remember that one, but yeah. Yeah, the hair was another thing. Like, really? Did you have to give her, like, a bob? I think she had, like, a bob. I thought she looked like Tawna from Crash 4, but not as tough looking. Yeah, something like that. I don't actually know what Tawna looks like in Crash 4. I know she, like, disappears for, like, the entire series after Crash 1. Ooh, let's talk about character design. Ooh, yes, we should. We have a certified seltzer moment here while I catch up with the chat. Hunter in the Reignited trilogy was a shell of who he was in the original games. I love the subtle stoner vibes. They went surfer dude with the remake. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that assessment 100%. I feel they done Hunter dirty too. I would say they done Hunter just as dirty as they did Sheila. And it's probably even more of a problem with Hunter because he's like a main character in the second and third game, whereas Sheila is just kind of like, you know, a side character that shows up briefly in this game. So I guess it's a little more forgiving. Oh, I missed some treasure down here. A little more forgiving in this game. But the fact that Hunter is like everywhere in Spyro 2 and 3 and they ruined his character design is an abomination. But yes, we should talk about character design some more. Some of the remakes redesigns are questionable, but I like Sheila's design. Can't say the same for the humans. I don't know if I ever saw any of the human characters in the Reignited stuff. I haven't played that personally. This is one of Sheila's levels, eh? Yes. But I'm currently busy in my homeworld. Come visit me there. Okay. Oh, right, I gotta go to Sheila's homeworld. I forgot to do that, son of a bitch. Oh, well. Alright, I think you can make any character design as weird or girly or whatever as you want, so long as that design stays consistent. Agree. Changing the degree of girliness or sexuality in new sequels or whatever is where people get iffy. Also agree. Yeah. Basically, just don't don't change the character. That's what it ultimately comes down to. If Sheila was a furry bombshell in this game, she should have been a furry bombshell in the remake. She wasn't a furry bombshell in this game, so making her one doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. And kind of the same thing with Hunter. If he was like, you know, a surfer boy from the get-go in this game, he should be in the remake, but he wasn't. He was like, you know, kind of a goofball, questionable stoner guy, you know. Maybe just a doof. I don't know. He doesn't even need to be a stoner, but he does kind of give off that vibe occasionally, as a former stoner myself. We can pick each other out of the woodwork. It's kind of like gaydar for people that smoke weed or previously smoked weed. What do you got to say there, Chief Horace or Citizen Horace? I feel this way whether we're dialing up or dialing down this particular quality. Did you know her original design in this game was going to have horns and boxing gloves? I did not know that. Boxing gloves makes sense because that's kind of like a kangaroo stereotype, because you crazy Aussies in the crowd used to box them for some reason. You psycho bastards. Thanks for the help. You're welcome for the help. But horns, horns would have been an interesting choice. Like, kangaroos don't get horns in the wild, do they? I mean, unless you're doing like a big jackalope type thing. I don't think there's a horned variety of kangaroo, but I don't know. There's a species of deer that has like freaking saber teeth that was discovered like 20 years ago, so who knows? Maybe there are horned kangaroos somewhere out in the wild. It's probably why the myth of a jackalope is, you know, perpetuated, because it's like, it's a thing. It's like, well, maybe it could exist, but probably not. Who knows?
Sorry, that was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
Yeah, he totally. That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen. That guy totally killed a chicken. Oh shit! You know what's going on up here? Y'all know what's going on up here. Fucking skateboarding. Woo! We're gonna get crunk now. Hell yeah. Discussion on changing character designs. Why do I hear Disney burning in the background? Yeah. Okay. Here's the best thing they did for Hunter. During the skateboarding segments, they gave him pants for some reason. And it totally works. Like, I don't know. It cracks me up. Like, the only time he ever wears pants is when he also has a skateboard in his hand. And it's so fucking funny to me for some reason.
Gladiator training arena, and it makes a pretty cool skate park.
It makes a pretty cool skate park. If you like look at his skateboard from like the corner of your eye, it totally looks like he has a hot dog with mustard on it, and not like a red skateboard with a lightning bolt on it. Taking notes, by the way, in case Beelzebub cranks up the AC and I get back to designing my own stuff. The girly characters in general, especially once I get a base model. Nice. Yeah, just be, like Live Coil said, be consistent with your characters, and it's fine. Yeah, like if they made Bayonetta a demure and conservatively dressed girl in future games, people would uproar, and rightfully so, because it violates the spirit of the character. Exactly, yeah. Bet you can't catch all 15 of the lizards running around here. Just come back if you want some tips from the master. Okay. Don't want to graze the knees after all, and Spyro's like, fuck it, YOLO. I got 4 knees. If I scrape a couple, it's fine. Nope, nope. Speaking of furries, the way the lizard counter at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is enticing down there, I always thought was a little bit of an odd choice, but what are you gonna do? I feel like the developers put that in there knowing full well what it looked like. I wonder if they changed that for the remake. Oh. Excuse me. I suddenly have to cough constantly. I don't know why. Oh, there's a lizard. Get that lizard. I forgot I could use my fire breath while doing this. Let's just get this guy. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Now we skateboarding. Now we're falling on our ass. Female kangaroo boxing? Isn't that like a male kangaroo with a pouch? Just doesn't match. Yeah, that is something. Or like naming Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life Heifer when Heifer is like exclusively a female cow. They knew what they were doing. To be fair, Noah, you people see kangaroos as cute. I do not. I definitely do not see kangaroos as cute. They are terrifying. Excuse me. God damn. I gotta get a drink of my seltzer here. We Aussies know they are violent creatures who will box anyone. True. You are right, though. Most Americans see kangaroos as cute. I seem to be in a small minority who knows how terrifying kangaroos are and also how absolutely stupid pandas are. Pandas and kangaroos are like two animals that Americans can't seem to get enough of, and both of them are objectively awful. Kangaroos are just scary, and pandas are like evolutionarily flawed. They would have died out even before people. It has nothing. I don't know. The whole pandas like dying out thing people think is like our fault, but it's not, because there's actually more bamboo forests now than there ever has been. It's just that pandas are kind of a dumb creature that that evolution should have killed off long ago, but humans think they're cute, so we keep them alive. They've been on life support for like 100 years. You can't tell me that was entirely human doing. So yeah, as an American, isn't there a way to go faster? Maybe I just need to, Oh no, you have to hit like a ramp or something to... There's that lizard over there. How do I... Some way there's like a way to keep half piping right here instead of flying over. Why can't I seem to do that? Why do I keep hitting this thing? I totally forgot how to play these parts. Maybe I need to jump? Let me try that. Yeah, that's what it is. You need to hit the jump button at the top of that. I'm remembering slowly but surely. Oh, I fucked that up. Damn it. Yeah, I don't get kangaroos either. Remember Kangaroo Jack? Probably one of the worst kids movies I ever saw. That was a really bad movie, yeah. I love how they marketed that movie as if the character Kangaroo Jack was going to be in it for more than like 5 minutes, and then he wasn't. That's like the first time I saw like the Pink Panther movie. I spent the entire movie waiting for like the Pink Panther, the cartoon character, to show up, not realizing that the Pink Panther was a diamond and that the character of the Pink Panther was like just kind of like a mascot they made for the intro. But then they did eventually make Pink Panther cartoons and fiberglass insulation for Owens Corning. So like Yeah, but I just remember like the first time I saw the Pink Panther movie, I just was like so disappointed. I was like, when the fuck does the cartoon Panther show up? God damn it. And then he never does. And that was basically Kangaroo Jack, except he does show up eventually for like 5 seconds. Hey, I got all the lizards.
That was
Woo!
great. And while you were boarding, I found this in a
Pandas are
lizard
bears,
burrow.
and bears are utterly terrifying. Watch Grizzly Man, the doc about Timothy Treadwell, and tell me you think they're cute afterward. I dare you. No, bears are fucking terrifying. Yeah. They're one of the only animals that eats other animals while they're still alive. That's not a very common thing, because most meat-eating animals on the planet kill their prey for practical reasons before they eat them. But bears, they just hold you down and start eating while you're alive. That is horrifying. Nah, I don't want to do the difficult boarding challenge.
Well, whenever you're ready.
All right. Also, to be fair, most Americans that aren't that animal smart in general. I've seen some I've seen some dumb stuff on Critical Role from people who ought to know better. And don't get me started on hooved mice. What? What do you mean about hooved mice? I've never heard of somebody claiming that there are hooved mice. Is this a thing? Is this a thing that, like, wow, that's a big chicken. I forgot about that.
Look, a chicken turned up. I hope it's not the only one left.
It's a big chicken. It's a big chicken. I always get attacked by magpies in October's because it's mating season. Yeah, don't you guys call it swooping season too, or like the media? I'm familiar with swooping season from magpies in Australia. Magpies are kind of cool, but I imagine if you live in an area with magpies, they're probably awful. That would be my guess. All right, I know I didn't get all the stuff here, but we're gonna boogie on out and play another level. We'll play one more level and then we'll hop to something else. Taking suggestions. We are, what, halfway through the stream? We got time to play some other games. What y'all want to play? Or we could keep playing Spyro. I'm down for whatever. I do like me some Year of the Dragon. This is probably my favorite Spyro game. Let's go do Shayla's World. Kangaroo Jack wasn't meant to be a kid's movie. It was meant to be an edgy adult movie called Down and Under, but did badly in test screening, so they made it a kid's movie. Yep, I remember that.
Now I have to find out what the nasty sorcerer.
You could definitely tell when a movie has been changed from what it's supposed to be in the edit. A bunch of Rhinox. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Sorry, I kind of zoned out and thought you were an enemy there, my dude. Didn't mean to kick you in the face. Oh yeah, doesn't she have a super jump? She got a super jump. And a double jump. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? What did you miss? Oh, not too much. We're playing the game. We're playing Spyro again. Everybody likes the Spyro. Stuart Copeland's score is hard to get over. Oh, true. It's hard to beat. In this game especially, like, soundtrack in all 3 Spyro games, the Stuart Copeland, actually he did 4. He did Enter the Dragonfly score too, didn't he? That one wasn't that great. It was okay. I think he realized that the developers didn't care, so he stopped caring. He did a good enough job for Enter the Dragonfly, but Year of the Dragon, he fucking knocked it out of the park. This is one hell of a good soundtrack. Bubsy 3D. Alright, I think it's time. Let's play some Gotta go for dinner. Nice. Well, bye, Eric. Thanks for coming out for 5 seconds. Bubsy 3D. Is that really what we're playing next? All right. I'm down. The Bubster. The 3D Bubster. Hooved Mice would be a great band name, but the idea that there are mice out there with horse hooves makes me want to cry. It is kind of an interesting thing to think of. I mean, like little tiny like clippity clops running around would be kind of funny. Look at any rendition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer compared to a California issue mouse, cartoon mouse, and tell me Rudolph isn't a mouse on hooves. So are most of his fellow quote-unquote reindeer. I mean, yeah, but if you take a look at like reindeer and mice kind of have a similar shaped head anyway. It's just, you know, the rest of their body clearly doesn't match. So while I see where you're coming from, I don't really... The context is what's important, so I don't see it as like hooved mice. Ow. Fuck you. I kick you in the face. I made fried chicken. I really should also make fried chicken sometime, because I got like a cast iron Dutch oven now, and I put some freaking lard in that. I could have like a deep fryer, and oh, so how do I do this stomp? How do I... Forgot how to do the stomp. Do I have to go talk to somebody to remind me how to do the stomp? Maybe this guy tells me. What do you got, Home Slice?
Don't worry. I'll just keep kicking this rock until it breaks.
You'll just keep kicking it. All right, I'll kick it. Bam.
Hey, Sheila, let's play a joke. Take this egg and smash it on big...
How about we play a game in a franchise that was loved in 2D but had a rocky start since it jumped to 3D? It's not... I was going to say, Sonic? You mean Sonic? Okay, what do you got, Tanish? Frogger. Wait, didn't we play like a bunch of... I don't want to play anymore. Frogger. We played enough Frogger. After that nightmare game you made me play. Actually, I think Romello made me play it, come to think of it. Wait, why is the double jump of this game called the air hop, but the more complicated jump is called... Oh, why? It is also called the air hop? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what's called what. All I know is that I know Sheila has like a stomp, but maybe I get it later? I don't seem to... Triangle? Maybe it's triangle. Why would it be triangle? Triangle doesn't seem to make sense, but okay. Boing. Let's get them gems. Boingy boingy. Is there treasure in this? Yes. I almost forgot it. Castlevania 64. I have played a very small amount of that. Yeah, it's amazing how... Has there ever been a good 3D Castlevania game? I know some people like Legacy of Darkness on N64. I know that has its fans. Oh, I guess there's a few on the PS2, because Ryan played a couple on the PS2 that he liked, so there might be some good 3D Castlevania games. Definitely a series that seems like it should stay in 2D, though, in my opinion. Bah. Well, I don't know if I have, other than that one shitty Frogger game, like Frogger the Great Adventure, which I do not want to play again. I don't think I have any 3D Frogger games on here. Boing. Ow. Oh, shit. I have died. What counts as retro? Does Sonic 06 count as retro? I would say Sonic 06 is retro now. I don't have it on here. Oh, God. I don't even know if I want to get that on here. I suppose I could download the latest version of Project 06. That might be all right. Man, triangle is for some reason just not like sticking in my brain as the stomp button. Also can't seem to kick these Rhinox to save my ass. How about an SNES game called Plock? Oh, we could play Plock, yeah. I played that on stream like 6 months ago, but that doesn't mean we can't play it again. Especially since I recently beat that game, so I'm better at it now. Hopefully. Those Rhinox need to die. Yep, I get it. Oh, that's the guy that tells you how to stomp. Ah, yeah. Stomping? Stomping. Stormin' Norman's War Toys and Balloons? If anybody knows what that's from, I will be very impressed. The hint again was Stormin' Norman's War Toys and Balloons. And I will give... Oh, yeah, I gotta kill these enemy spawners. That's the thing. And I will give one internet to the first person to tell me what that's from. And then you will be a god among men. Oh, shit. I'll be a god among men, at least in my book. It might actually be so obscure, you might not even be able to Google it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But let's be honest if you had to look it up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I ask. Honesty is the best policy. This is the honor system here. Ow! Why can't I kick you? God. And kick this bird here. I need health. There we go. That PS3 Castlevania game is okay. It's basically God of War, but my little brother liked it well enough. Yeah, I know some people like that. The second Lords of Shadow game was better received, wasn't it, than the first one? I know, like a lot of people didn't care for the first Lords of Shadow game just because it was so similar to God of War, but I suppose that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with a game being derivative of another game. And to be honest, pretty much every game from that era was like God of War, but, you know, with some other thing. I think that was, you know, Yahtzee's thing back in the day. He had to break out his like God of War butt stamp. The 1997 Frogger game, I think they were talking about. Yeah, I was gonna download that. I totally forgot because it's been so long since we streamed. Yeah, it's just called Frogger. It was for like Windows 95 and PlayStation. I played that before. Not bad if I remember correctly. I remember liking it anyway. We gotta do the super hop here to get up there. Did we kick the boulders there, guy? Boing. Well, we're definitely playing Bubsy 3D next, but probably not gonna be playing that very long. Because even though I think that game is better than people give it credit for, it's still not very good, but... Bubsy 3D only gets a pass from me because it was one of the founding 3D platforming games. Boing. It was a seminal work. Where did I miss treasure at? Come on. I suppose it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm completing this game. Oh, there's the treasure. I see it. It's over there. Can't wait for Project 06 to get done. I think its boss fights and story mode are left till it's done. Chaos X is a madman. Yeah, like some of the... I haven't like seen any updates on that for probably a year now or better, but last I checked, it was looking pretty fucking slick. I still don't think it's going to be a very good game, but it will be nice to see what that game could have been had it actually been finished. That's what I'm most hopeful for. I'm not expecting a good game, but I am very intrigued to see what that game could have been. All right, let's call that good. Oh, the second warning. I would much rather play Bubsy 3D than Gex. No cap. I am dead serious. I fucking hate Gex so much. I don't understand why people think Bubsy is annoying, because Gex is just like so much more insufferable than me to me than Bubsy is.
Thanks. But I think we can
Noah, you said Bubsy 3D is so bad it's good. Can a game be so bad it's good? I think so. I think Bubsy 3D kind of fits the bill. I might disagree with my past self a little bit, mostly because
Come back when you finish witch school, okay?
I think it's I don't know, my current assessment of the game is that it's more average, like for its time. And if you were to ignore the fact that both Super Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot came out before it, I don't feel like it's that bad of a game. But it's also not really all that enjoyable to play either. And I think for something to be so bad it's good, it kind of needs to be fun to play, even if it's technically speaking bad. So I feel like my assessment of Bubsy 3D was a little off the mark back in the day. Now I just kind of feel like it's, I wouldn't really say underrated, but, well, maybe underrated's a good word, but not in the traditional sense. It should be appreciated more than what it is. It should not be considered like, the worst game of all time, because if you put it in its proper historical context and realize that, nobody around that time had any idea how to make a 3D platformer. And that it was Bubsy 3D as one interpretation of what, a 3D platformer could have been. And I feel like it was a very necessary step to, I guess, to teaching the game industry on like best practices for 3D platforming. I don't know. I feel like it should just be a lot more respected than it is, and it kind of bums me out that people shit on it all the time. I understand why, because again, I still don't think it's a very fun game to play. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about Bubsy 3D these days. So I don't really think it's so bad it's good anymore, because I feel like in order for that to be true, it has to be an enjoyable experience despite its badness. And this game's not really that. It's just kind of put in its proper historical perspective, a mediocre game. Whoa. Why do you hate Gex? Because I hate Gex because of how everybody else hates Bubsy. I find him so extremely annoying. I don't find Bubsy all that annoying, honestly. Like, he's not any more annoying than Sonic is in, like, Sonic Sat-Am. Like, he totally has the same, like, tone-deaf, like, I think I'm so cool character vibes that Sonic has. And I don't understand why he's considered, like, one of the most annoying characters ever when... Gex, however, though, there's no context to give Gex any, like, endearing qualities. He's just... I don't know. He's just, like, through and through, like, insufferable. Like, with his constant quips that make no fucking sense whatsoever. At least, like, Bubsy has, like, shitty puns. Bubsy's shitty puns make sense within the context of the character and the world that Bubsy exists in. Nothing that Gex says has anything to do, any relevancy whatsoever with the world around him, and I guess that's why I find it so annoying. Oh, I misread that. Yep, I'm so very dyslexic that I misread that. No, can a game be so good it's bad? Ooh. I'm gonna have to think on that one for a second. Well, the developers were inspired by Jumping Flash. No, they weren't. But because there were no examples of a 3D platformer to work from, like Mario 64 wasn't around yet. Show me example, like, you know, a citation where they were inspired by Jumping Flash. I don't buy that. I feel like I know we've been down this road before. If anything, they were Alpha Waves. Alpha Waves is the game I was trying to think of last time we talked about Jumping Flash and how I don't think it's a 3D platformer, but I forgot how long this opening is. I was going to play it, but dang. I like how this pre-rendered cutscene here has frame drops. How is that possible? Anyway. Yeah, what the hell were we talking about? All right. What does it want? We have our best people in Woody Intelligence working on that right now. So far, all we know is that the creature's plan. Okay, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so yes, you're right. That's why Bubsy 3D is so important historically, I think, is because of I'm just gonna skip this. This is going on way too long. I thought it was shorter than this. Sup, Bubster? How you doing, bud? One player. Because, yeah, like, if you take, like, Crash Bandicoot and Super Mario 64 and Bubsy 3D, which all came out within about a month of each other, so they were all very clearly in development around the same time, all three development teams were very much trying to make the world's first 3D platformer, which they didn't really, because Alpha Waves, which came out in '92, I believe, I would say is the first 3D platformer. But you don't quite have full control over your character in that, because you auto-jump. So, while I feel like it's a closer to a 3D platformer than Jumping Flash is, it's still not quite there, but it's closer to a 3D platformer, I would say, than Jumping Flash is. And Jumping Flash was, you know, it's doing a different thing. You know, we'll agree to disagree, but, you know, has roots in the 3D platformer thing. It's not a 3D platformer. I will die on this hill. But yeah. What else I miss? But yeah, it's interesting to me what the developers are focusing on. So, like, Super Mario 64, its main goal was trying to be, like, you know, it was trying to get the movement of the character down. That was Nintendo's main goal from the get-go, was just trying to get the character to move smoothly. Whereas the problem that Naughty Dog was trying to solve with Crash Bandicoot was they were coming at it more from, like, translating a 2D platformer into a 3D environment, which is why they lovingly referred to their game as a Sonic's ass game. So that's why Crash Bandicoot's levels are very, like, long corridors. They also had to work with the limitation of the lack of perspective correctness on the PlayStation 1, so they had you know, having the camera constantly locked cut down drastically on the amount of texture warping. Which is interesting here, because if you notice, Bubsy doesn't have that problem. Because I'm turning the camera here, and you notice how the textures aren't turning into Jello like they do in Spyro? That, you know, could just be because of how limited the textures are, but the fact that it doesn't do that, I think, is a technical achievement, one of the technical achievements that people discredit or don't acknowledge this game for, is the fact that while very simple, this game has some extremely clean graphics compared to, and it might be because it's running in 480i, I think, because it's very clearly interlaced now that I'm looking at it, but I don't know. And I think Bubsy's character model is actually pretty nice. It's nice looking for the time. It looks better than Crash Bandicoot's, honestly. Possibly even better than Spyro's. It just, there's something appealing to it. But then you get to the Accolade team.
Now, what would a platform game be?
What would a platform be without a platform?
I wonder if there's any extra lives up there.
Yeah. Now that's annoying, but it's at least in context. If it were Gex and he hit that question mark, you know what he'd say? He'd say something about how, well, Rick James had a pontoon boat and did a line of coke off some fat girl's titties. I was channeling my inner Mike Matei there. Or something like that. It would have nothing to do with anything that's going on in the game. So anyway, you get to Bubsy 3D and the Accolade team, and their goal was, they were worried most about how the camera would function in 3 dimensions when it came to a 3D platformer. So there's a lot of emphasis. So they went with the tank controls because, you know, the camera's always locked behind the character. When you jump, the camera turns down so you can look at, look at the ground and stuff like that. They put a big frickin' shadow under Bubsy, much bigger than something that, than Mario or Crash has. They both have shadows too, but that was my fault. So yeah, I don't know. I think while this is not a fun game to play by any stretch of the imagination, I forgot how to... Oh, did I run out of atoms? There's a way to actually launch atoms. Bubsy will probably tell me. Let's bop them. Let's bop them, Bubsy. So yes, while this game is not fun to play, it is a very necessary step in the evolution of 3D platformers, and it should be recognized as such. And that's what annoys me about how everybody talks about this game. 8 life grand. Hey, what's up, Stipky? Yo, it's Bubsy. Yo, did I miss a disagreement? We were briefly on the jumping flash thing again, I will admit. But we got past it, because we're all adults here. And I'm sounding like a broken record every time Jumping Flash comes up. How convenient. Boing, boing. It is true they were inspired by Jumping Flash, according to Michael Berlin, the creator of Bubsy, in an interview. I will take your word for it, but I have not seen this myself personally. I could maybe see it because they both kind of have tank controls, but doink. Well, there's another thing that people don't recognize, is that there's kind of always been 3 branches of 3D platforming types. There's the games that came from Super Mario 64, games that came from Crash Bandicoot, and then there's a long dead branch that came from Bubsy 3D. Like, Croc, I don't think would exist without Bubsy 3D. I don't think the original Tomb Raider would have existed without Bubsy 3D. Pretty much any, like, tank-controlled 3D platformer from the era was very clearly inspired by Bubsy 3D, more so than Crash Bandicoot or Mario 64. Shit. That's because they use flat texturing, solid colors for that, and use the PS1's high-res processing for the game that was meant... Oops. Should have paused the game before I read that. We should pause the game. Res processing for the game that was meant for pre-rendered and in-game cutscenes. That makes sense. Textureless, I meant. Nice. Okay, well, thank you for answering that. I always wondered why this game didn't have that problem, because they are going textureless. So what you're saying is Bubsy is Cartman, Gex is Peter Griffin, and you prefer the former. Yes. I guess that's a good way to put it. I mean, obviously, yes, like, Cartman is a much better character than Peter Griffin is. Peter Griffin is, like, an awful character. Cartman is a good character that happens to be awful, if that makes sense. Peter Griffin's just an awful person and an awful character. Eric Cartman's a great character, but an awful person. I guess that's a good way to put it. I'm not going to bother collecting all the atoms here. Oh, this is how you launch atoms, right? No, this is my invincibility. Right. Boingy, boingy, boingy. I don't know. I kind of like the way this game looks, personally. It just kind of has, like, a nice, clean look to it. I kind of reminds me of, like, early 3D DOS games. Oh, and there's one of the rockets that I need to get, but if I go any farther, I'm going to die. Doop. Speaking of which, South Park Turkey Hunt game. Oh God, yeah. What the hell was it? Was that just called South Park? I played that a lot as a kid. That was trash. Boing. Coming back to furries. Okay. Is it any wonder the Bubster never became an icon? Ugly character with hideous personality. Perhaps the one character most diametrically opposed to Sally Acorn type. You think he's ugly? I mean, I don't think he's, like, you know, sexy, obviously, but I don't think Bubsy's an ugly character design. I think Bubsy's got a pretty... I don't know. I don't think he's designed to be, like, an attractive character, but I would put him in the same boat as, like, Bugs Bunny in terms of, like, appealing character design. I don't know. I always liked Bubsy's character design, personally. Especially in Bubsy 3D, because they made him a little more cartoony in this. Whereas, like, they tried to give him more, like, tood and stuff in the... Oh, did I... Oh, I made the platform do the thing. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I misjudged that. I love how the screen just glitches the shit out when you... I know there's another rocket somewhere in this level, but we're not going to bother. All right, what do we got? Okay, let's catch up here. Oh, we gotta watch this funny animatic here of the Bubster, the Bubmeister, getting crushed by a rock. I know some people would love to see that, but I am quite sad by that. All right, let's catch up with the chat here. I said a whole bunch of stuff. Speak for yourself. I ain't no adult. I am a man-child. Fair enough. You missed me falling off the wagon and slipping into a pet peeve ramble about reindeer designs again. 2 months sober and I let slip. So tragedy. Nice. Next time I see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that's going to be the first thing that pops into my mind. I guarantee it. Typical Jumping Flash is a 3D platformer, but I respect artistic treatments, no hard feelings. I think what we can all agree on with Jumping Flash is, while I would not go so far as to say it is a 3D platformer, it definitely is a proto 3D platformer, and apparently inspired Bubsy 3D, although I have never personally heard that myself. But Romello is usually on point with that stuff, so I'm going to trust his expert opinion. Okay, how do I launch atoms? Because that's a thing you can do in this game, but I totally forgot how to do it. Triangle is the glide button, right? And I can't... Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's the glide button. Circle's crouch. Left and right. L and R do nothing. L2 and R2 are strafe. Totally forgot how to do that. Oh no, what's up? Oh no, why Bubsy? Why not Bubsy? That is the question of the day. One of these days, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to power through this game, and I'm going to beat the damn thing, so I can be one of the 10 people in the world who has beaten this game. I have probably only played 5 levels in this game, if I'm being honest, which is already more than most people have played of this game. Let's see. Don't worry, I believe you about regaining sobriety. Just gotta actually make my own for a simple demo, then people will see the mad scientist. Ooh, nice. Not gonna lie, Bubsy is the Adam Sandler of video games. Ooh. Do I agree with that? I don't know. I really don't like Adam Sandler. I'd almost put him in the same boat as Gex, personally. He's been in some good stuff. I will give him that, but I take that back. Adam Sandler as a person seems like the kind of person that would be fun to have a beer with, but I don't find him particularly funny. I did when I was a kid. Thought he was fucking hilarious when I was a kid. I don't find him funny anymore, though. I died. Well, anyway, that's Bubsy. Let's play Plock. Plock's a better game. That got us on the Bubsy thing there. We got our Bubsy 3D fix for now. We're going to play Plock on the Genesis. Actually, is there a Super Nintendo version? Not that I want to play that version, but... Plock. I'm going to remember to turn it on easy mode for the stream because the game's kind of unforgiving. Oop, I think I went past it. Wait, is Plock only a Super Nintendo game? I thought it was a Genesis game. Maybe it is a Super Nintendo game. Am I just not seeing it? PGA. Pirates. Man, I am remembering things correctly. Apparently it's only a Super Nintendo game? Plock? Pocky and Rocky. No, I went past it. I am having a serious dyslexic moment here. Pardon me. There it is. Yep, okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was a Genesis game. Huh. Whatever. What's up, Wub? I just binged in, and oh Lord, may Lord have mercy on you. What, for playing Bubsy? What's wrong with Bubsy? Someday I will convince the world of the value of Bubsy. I know why, but why? I just realized you could probably make Bubsy into a horror game icon pretty easily. Yeah, like with the rise of like mascot horror games right now. That could work. Although, you know what? There is a... What the fuck is it called? I gotta look it up. Hold on a second. There is a fan Bubsy game that I need to play. I gotta look up what it's called. I think it's a horror game. It's like Bubsy and the James something. Bubsy 3D, Bubsy Visits the James Turrell Retrospective is a... Yeah, it's a fan game that somebody made, and I think it's a horror game. And it's made by Ben Esposito, which I believe is the guy that made Donut County and... What else did he make? Neon White? Is that the same guy that made Neon White? Oop, hold on. That would be hilarious if he was the guy that also made Neon White. He fucking totally did. Wow, what a fucking uber Chad. He made a Bubsy frickin' fan game and then made Donut County and then made Neon White. Dude is a legend. Love that guy. Ah, yes, Bubsy and the James something. Yeah, see, I was right. Anyone else find it weird that the FNAF franchise is targeted towards kids even when it's a horror franchise? I don't think it was originally. I forgot to put it on easy mode. Fucking... Yeah, we're not going to get very far unless I do that. Hold on. I could barely play the normal mode on my own by myself. So we need to put it on easy mode. Where is... Wait, where's the title screen? What the hell? Am I, like, completely forgetting stuff about this game? Or, like, I know there's... Whatever, I guess we'll just play it. Where's that? I don't know. I guess we'll play it. I thought there was a way to turn on easy mode in this game, but apparently I'm remembering incorrectly. But yeah, anyway, I don't think... Okay, there has to be. I'm sorry. I know there's an easy mode in this game. There's block. Push select for options. That's how you do it. Aha! Child's Play. Fuck you. Well, that's what we're playing. Because this game is very unbalanced. Now we're playing. Woo! So, anyway, what was I saying? About FNAF. I don't think it was originally marketed towards kids. And I kind of think it still isn't, but through word of mouth, it kind of is, if that makes sense. Unintentionally so, it is absolutely marketed towards kids. But I think that was just like, you know, a product of YouTube and Let's Players and, you know, kids watching like, you know, Jacksepticeye or Markiplier and people like that. Now it does absolutely seem like mascot horror games are made for kids in a weird way. But I don't think FNAF was like that. At least if it is, it wasn't until recently. Hey, this isn't my flag. Plock just likes his flags, man. Yeah, you're right about the FNAF toys. Yeah, the FNAF toys suggest it being marketed towards kids. Absolutely. But I don't think that was the original intention. It seems like it was after Scott Cawthon sold the franchise to whatever garbage company owns it now. Five Nights at Bubsy's, yes. Happy Gilmore was actually really good. Happy Gilmore is probably Adam Sandler's best movie. At least his best comedic role. I've heard, like, his dramatic movies are pretty good. Though they are very divisive, from what I've heard. There's, like, that movie Uncut Gems that was out recently, and I know, like, some people loved it and some people hated it. That's all I know about that, though. Speaking of fan stuff, did you know that someone made an HD remaster of the first two Zelda CDI games? I didn't know they did the first two, but I did see the other day that... Well, actually, no, because the first two Zelda CDI games were the side-scrolling ones where you play as Link. No, I heard just yesterday that somebody remade the entirety of Zelda's Adventure, which is the third Zelda CDI game, for the Game Boy, and that it's actually really good. So I'm kind of excited by that. So no, I didn't know that somebody made an HD remaster of the first two Zelda CDI games. Are they good? Did they, like, make the controls not shit? Did they fix up the hit detection that was so awful? Did they do anything to make those games playable? Because if so, I gotta play them. Boing. Boingy, boingy. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I actually own, sort of. I sort of own physical copies of all the Zelda CDI games and Hotel Mario. Which is, I say sort of because I don't have like the retail versions. I have the demo versions that were sold to like retail outlets to play, but it is like the full game on the disc, but they don't have like the nice packaging that the retail version had. So I sort of own a physical copy of the Zelda CDI games, but you know, not the retail version, which goes for a lot of money. Those are consistently go for like what, 300, 400 bucks a pop, something like that, because they didn't make very many of them. Speaking, since we're on the topic of horror games, any cool ones you've been playing lately? I recently went on a big Amnesia marathon to prepare for The Bunker. I should also do that because I am interested in The Bunker when it comes out. I've only ever played the first Amnesia game and A Machine for Pigs. First Amnesia game was really good. I kind of liked A Machine for Pigs, though I know not a lot of people weren't very big on it. It had a really nice atmosphere. But, horror games. I recently played through Amanda the Adventurer, which is, you know, of the mascot horror type that's, you know, popular right now with the kids. And it was pretty good. I liked it. I'm not super big into, like, the mascot horror genre, but I like this one. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, shit. Got a bonus block, though. Oh, we gotta go up. We gotta go up. Yeah, there we go. This is kind of like, I don't remember the special stage. Let's get another bonus block here. What else did I played another horror game recently, too, that was... Oh, it was I can't remember, how the hell do you pronounce it? Amenoiopolis or something like that. It was it's kind of like one of those back rooms games, but it actually has like a lot of maybe not. It has a few environmental puzzles. Oh, I died right at the end of the level. Fuck. It's like Amenoiopolis or something like that. It's got a really hard to pronounce name. That was pretty good. Especially if you like the whole, like, back rooms, like, liminal space type thing. Which I do, but, it is a little overplayed at this point. Super Eye Patch Wolf did a really good video on liminal spaces. Highly recommend. There we go. Yes. It'd be funny if you got to play easy mode after finishing the game, right? And probably Security Breach. Oh yeah, Security Breach was absolutely marketed towards kids. No about a doubt it there. Boingy. Oops. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ow. This is such an interesting, like, take on the whole mascot platformer trend of the time. It really stands out compared to a lot of other games from this era. Hard as fucking balls, but I suppose that's not uncommon for the era either. Boingy. Anemoiopolis. Yeah, that one. The bunker's already out, actually. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I'm always behind on the times. People are loving it according to Steam reviews. Nice. As for the hate towards MFP, oh, wait, what? Oh, A Machine for Pigs, right? It was made by a different studio, which butchered or removed most of the mechanics from Dark Descent. It was also made by the Chinese Room, who made Dear Esther, and everybody, including me, hated Dear Esther at the time. I still hate Dear Esther. So a lot of people were not willing to give the Chinese room a fair shake when it came to a machine for pigs. I actually had the opposite reaction because I hated Dear Esther, but I wanted to see what the Chinese room could do in a different, you know, trying a different style of game. They made it too walking simulator-y for my taste, but the atmosphere was great, and I feel like son of a bitch. I feel like the atmosphere they built up in Dear Esther fell flat, but it worked really well in A Machine for Pigs. I just wish there was more interactivity, more stuff to do than just walking and occasionally hiding from a pig monster thing. Zoop. And then I need to jump here. I kill that guy, he drops a gem, and I get that gem out. Today is Father's Day. Yep. Talked to my dad earlier. I actually forgot Mother's Day, but I always call my parents on Sundays. So I happened to call my mom on, son of a bitch, on Mother's Day, and yeah, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I was just calling you because it's Sunday, but you know. And then today, like, she asked me, she's like, did you remember it's Father's Day? And I'm like, yes, I actually remembered it was Father's Day. Yes, I remembered it's one of those manufactured corporate holidays that the Hallmark company created 100 years ago to sell greeting cards, and that people put way too much stock and trade into. Oh my god, I hate this level. This level is so fucking unfair. Yeah. What is this anyway? A Ristar clone? This is Plock on the Super Nintendo. For some reason I was thinking it was on the Genesis earlier. I don't know why. It does kind of have a similar like thing as Ristar, with like, but you're not grabbing things. It's kind of like a proto Rayman with the whole like throwing limbs thing. Ah, shit. I should have grabbed that. Wouldn't be surprised if Plock inspired Rayman. Yeah, I don't know. Romello, is that true? You'd be the guy to know that. Did Plock inspire Rayman? Probably not. It might just be a coincidence. Rayman was made like a year or two after this game, so I suppose like if they got like right to work on Rayman after playing this, maybe, but oh, I haven't heard about Dear Esther in forever. I remember a lot of people didn't like it. I was one of them, still am. I replayed it recently just to make sure that I'm still of that opinion. I'm sorry I set the controller down for a second because I keep sliding down my chair. Ow! Logs. Plocking it up here. I love how the logs roll uphill. Screw physics. Screw gravity. This game is a lot of fun, though, once you get used to its wonkiness. Although I find it strange that in, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 levels, suddenly the entire game becomes about eradicating fleas, like a la Metroid 2. It's really strange. Ah, son of a bitch. It's also really hard. Oh yeah, Father's Day. I might call mine later. I don't know. I'm seeing him IRL real soon anyway, which is why I'm not eager to call. That's fair. Nitro Rad recently made a video on Plock. Turns out the game is incredibly difficult. You don't say. Yeah. And that the life system is very different in comparison to most games. Yeah, I forgot why, but I know I ran into that problem when I played through this game not too long ago. It's also one of those games that if you're playing on easy mode, you can only play like half of the game. And you have no way of knowing that until you're like halfway through the game, and then it's just like, if you want to play more, play it on the highest difficulty. And so yeah, I never actually beat the whole game. I beat the easy mode, which is supposedly the halfway point of the game, but eventually I'll get back around to it. I just, like, this game is very clearly balanced for the easy mode and not the normal mode, because when you can take, like, 4 hits in easy mode, but you can only take, like, 2 hits in the normal mode, and that's just, like, freaking ridiculous. I mean, that's fine in some games, but it does not work in this game, is what I was saying. No, okay. Romello just says straight up no on the Rayman thing. Got it. Like that percussive track and in the music, very energetic. Yes, it is. This game does have some really nice music. That's probably why I thought it was a Genesis game, because I actually like the way the music sounds in this. I'm being a little facetious there, but okay, I'm not even gonna fight this guy up here. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. The fact that this, like any game that has 2 separate jumps, I don't know, it never seems to work out well in a game where you have 2 different types of jumps, because like if I hit what is mapped to the X button, I do a little piddly jump here, which sometimes you want to do, but then other times I do like big spinny jump by hitting the circle button. And it's a little cumbersome. I'd rather have, like, you know, a double jump or something like that makes a little more sense intuitively. Time for bed. Good night, all. Bye, right, you whiz. So it's not because of appreciation, because dads deserve it. No, I'm sorry to say, but Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Valentine's Day were invented by the Hallmark company in like the 1920s to sell more greeting cards. Look it up. It's like a well-known thing. You could say that it's for appreciation. You could definitely do appreciate. I didn't get my, you know, either of my parents a card for Mother's Day or Father's Day, but they're corporate holidays. And that doesn't make them bad necessarily, but that is their origin. Let's do a save state here just in case I die. And although I remember this boss as being pretty easy. I'm gonna eat my words though. There's one. Oh yeah, that's a good music track. There we go. Get that flag. I was joking about the Nintendo thing. Jeez Louise. Dude, Nintendo can do good music too. Mario animated movie soundtrack proves it. Oh no, I was specifically talking about the Super Nintendo, because I've said before, like, I don't like the way the Super Nintendo sounds most of the time. But I'm biased because I grew up with a Genesis, and I think that's, you know, people that grew up with a Super Nintendo are biased and think that Genesis sounds like crap, and I think that's just the way it's always going to be. And then suddenly the game becomes about eradicating fleas in every level, rather than just making it to the end. It's a very strange design choice. I've been duped! All my flags have been stolen while I was on Cotton Island. Replaced by flea flags, not flea flags. This is a weird game, man. And now I gotta find and kill every flea in the game. Or in the level to beat the level. Oh, I really like this mechanic where you have to like sacrifice a limb in order to proceed here. Oh, it's also on a timer. So like now I gotta go through most of this level without my hand. Oh, I don't want to sacrifice 2 limbs though. There we go. I only need 1. What are you playing this on, by the way? Quite an odd-looking emulator to have it's game selection display in the style of a comic book. I am playing on a Steam Deck that is running, well, it's a derivative of RetroArch called, I forget, it's something made for the Steam Deck. It's basically a whole bunch of emulators running through Emulation Station, which is a front end, and then the comic book thing is a theme that I downloaded for Emulation Station. So yeah, look into like Emulation Station or RetroArch. Why the hell can't I think of what I'm actually running? Steam something. Oh, EmuDeck. So if you have a Steam Deck, you download this program called EmuDeck, and it installs every emulator up to like PS3 that you need. It configures them for you so they just work right out of the box. And then you just have to put your ROMs in like nice made up folders for you, and then also sets up Emulation Station for you with a default theme. I don't have the default theme going. I'm running Phil's Doodle theme. That's what it is, which is the comic book look. It's quite good. I do love me some Emulation Station and how easy it is to get into emulation these days. It just gives me vibes of Ghosts and Goblins, where you just have to beat the game 2 times just because. Yeah, that was like a common thing too. At least there's some minor changes in Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts when it comes to playing the game the second time. Like there's some different enemy placement and different item placement, but that's about it. That was an interesting sound when I did the somersault on the flea egg. Yeah, this is kind of the point where this game kind of starts to go downhill for me. Not that it gets bad, but I don't know, it's just such a weird design choice where like the first few levels are just like, you know, your typical make it to the end of the level, and then suddenly it becomes about like hunting fleas. There might be a third style too, because after you beat all the levels on the flea island, that's when the game ends on easy mode. So I don't know, maybe there is yet a third style of block play. I also like how if you are on a slope and you end up throwing your legs, you slide down the hill. That screwed me up a lot, but shit. Oh, we're back down here. Damn. Where can I get this game? Name it. It's called Plok. P-L-O-K. Shit. Gotta go. Gotta do the breakfast rush. See you next week. Bye, Tanish. See you laters. That's what you call juggling an opponent. Why are we fighting fleas? Does this game take place on a dog or a dirty person that needs to be needs medicated soap or something? I don't know, man. It's Plok. It's just a weird little game. It kind of implies that like the whole reason that Plok went to that one island was because the fleas like tricked him to go there so they could take over Plok's island, sort of thing. It's just a really strange game. Some of that good old-fashioned acid cocaine for you. If you want to see a good merchandising cartoon, check out The Littlest Pet Shop. Many MLP, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic staff members worked on it, from voice actors, writers, composers, heck, even the same studio too. I have heard that that's not a bad show. I know that a lot of the MLP community was into that because of reasons you said. Oh, there's the flea. And then this thing, I gotta, like, knock that over. God damn it, I ended up sliding down the slope there. This game is so frickin' unforgiving. Ah, shit. I could go for some acid cocaine and then maybe some crack meth heroin. Not the crack meth heroin. I gotta, like, ride this way the hell over here, don't I? Yes. And I fucked it up. Yeah, it's amazing how, like, some of the things, like, developers used to do to, like, make their games harder back in the day. Oh, I really fucked up. Shit, I can't even get back on that thing now. I always hated that when you... It's like, oh, you want to beat the game? You gotta play it on a higher difficulty. It's fine if it's, like one level. I guess it's fine if the game is properly balanced for it. So, like, excuse me, I wanted to jump there, but it wouldn't let me jump. Son of a bitch. It's fine if the game's, like, properly balanced around the higher difficulties. But I feel like a lot of these older games, Plock is definitely a good example of it. They were balanced for the... Damn it, I messed up again. They were balanced for the lower level difficulties, and then they basically ruined that balancing for the higher level difficulties, but still expected you to, you know, play through them. Golden Axe is an example of a game that was properly balanced for its regular... Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? So, there's a problem there. So you can't do a somersault jump off of that thing. You can only do the little bunny hop. But if you do the bunny hop, you fall through the thing there. But it's also flashing like it's going to disappear. So you have to wait until the absolute last moment. Ugh. Absolute last moment to... And that's a game over, too. Some bitch. Well, I guess we're done with Plock. What are we playing next? We got 20 minutes left in the stream. 20 minutes left in the stream. So yeah, you had to, like, you have to wait till the absolute last possible moment before you can jump off that platform there, and that's the only way to get up to the rest of the level where the fleas are. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm almost out of drink here too, dang. The studio, now called Wild Brain Studios, also animated Sonic Prime. Oh, really? I didn't know that. With fun fact, SpongeBob SquarePants is Eric Weiss. I'm not kidding. Look it up. I don't actually know who Eric Weiss is, but that's cool. All right. What are we playing next? 20 minutes left on the clock. Pinocchio. On what? What are we playing Pinocchio on? Super Nintendo? Genesis? What is thy Pinocchio? I suppose I'll look. Let's see if it's on Super Nintendo here. P. Oh, Pinocchio. There it is. Well, this looks like some hot garbage. Okay. SpongeBob, but I was supposed to lead the bunny hop. This is a bunch of barnacles. Oh. It's a bunch of barnacles. Should Should be playing the Genesis version of this. I think I rented this piece of crap back in the day. Boom, boo, doop, doop, boop, boop, doop. Jiminy Cricket. Oh yeah, I absolutely rented. There has to be a Genesis version of this because this looks so familiar. Doop 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 doop. I do like the animation on Pinocchio there. Boop boo doo. Doop doo doop doo. Is that cat an enemy? Is this a hoppin' bop? We hoppin' boppin'? We're not hoppin' boppin'. Do I have an attack of any kind? What the Jiminy Cricket? Oh, you can go back there. I was thinking, is this like that one level in The Lion King where you can... Getting my ass kicked by geese, jeez. Geese are mean. Pinocchio, Genesis. Well, we're playing the Super Nintendo version, apparently. Genesis version is probably better. Although, I'm thinking both versions are terrible. This is... I have no sense of direction here. Well, gotta dip, folks. That was fun for me here while it lasted. Bye there, Wub. How you doing? Okay, bye. Thanks for coming out. Have fun, man. Oh, God. What the hell do I do in this game? School. I gotta go to school, I bet. I'm hitting all the buttons. There does not seem to be an attack of any kind. I can't jump on enemies. I was going to say Bug's Life for PS1, but never mind. Hey, can we play Toe Jam and Earl next week? Hell yeah, we could play Toe Jam and Earl next week. Let me write that down so I forget. Don't forget. Toe Jam and Earl. I loves me some Toe Jam and Earl. Is that a Bug's Life game also on the N64? Because I played a Bug's Life game on N64 recently. It's kind of like a shitty 3D platformer. It was okay. I played worse games. Smoke hurts. Don't touch the smoke on the roof. Oh, of course the seagull hurts. Oh, God. Everybody wants to kill Pinocchio. Can I go inside this building? No. Can I do anything besides jump? Oh, I can... Oh, I can grab ledges, apparently, that immediately fall off. Okay, grab that ledge. Yeah, we got a book. That ledge is gonna fall. Sure did. At least I can walk through enemies. It's only their attacks that hurt me. That's nice. We got a hat. Woo! While we're on the subject of MLP/Sonic, Vincent Tong, Knuckles variant/Flash Sentry, Kazumi Evans, Rogue/Adagio Dazzle, Ashley Ball, Tails, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack. I did not understand that. Are you saying like those people voiced Knuckles and then some other person? I don't recognize any of the other characters you mentioned besides the well, I guess I recognize Applejack and Rainbow Dash, obviously, but I don't know who Flash Sentry is or Adagio Dazzle. I like the third Toe Jam and Earl game for Xbox, but the first one is easier and faster. I have played very little of the third game on Xbox. I know that game has its fans. I have not played enough of it to really have an opinion on it. The first game is a obvious classic. What do you think of the second game, Romello? Panic on Funkatron. Have you played that one? Not really into that game, although graphically it is fantastic. That game is gorgeous. And unfortunately, that's about where my praises end for Panic on Funkatron. I think it was a massive mistake turning Toe Jam and Earl into just a standard puzzle platformer. Ow. There's a Book up there. How do I get Book? Ah! Oh! Another fun fact, SP voice actor James Corrigal also worked on Black Lagoon's English dub, which also had future MLP voice actors. Crazy connections, right? I'm going to say probably not, seeing as there's not a lot of English voice actors. Most of them are from Canada. Oh, I can't get down here and get all these goodies. That sucks, because you just can't. What a tease. Boingy, boingy. Playing the voice actor game is kind of like playing the six degrees of Kevin Bacon game. It's okay, but I really like the fourth one that was made recently. Yeah, I haven't played that one. I have heard good things from it, though. It's nice that they went back to like the OG Toe Jam and Earl style for that. Although you could argue that the Xbox one is... Oh, that's how you get down there and get all them goodies. I think. Let's go find out. I love how somebody keeps repairing these roof tiles for me. That's nice of them. No. We want to hold down before I hit the jump button. Nope. Nope. Well, never mind. That didn't work. I have no idea where to go or what to do. This is like... I think I'm supposed to go to school. I keep seeing these school signs, but... I reached the end of the level over here. Wait, maybe there was a way I could go? Nope. We got a magic wand that does something. Ooh, could I go back here? No, there's just a fox. This sucks. This game is garbage. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but it even managed to fall below my expectations. The only nice thing I have to say about this is that the animation on the characters is very nice. That's it, though. I have nothing else nice to say. Hey, that's how you get that book. Woo, we got the book. Then I got dive bombed by a Seagull. A Steven Seagal. Damn it. Like, this is the end of the level. I can't go anywhere. Can't go anymore. Indeed, some are Equestrian Girls alumni. Heck, Ian Halen, who's Sunburst in MLP, is Prime Shadow and Big with some Mega Man fully charged characters. Yes, okay. The wand is for your health. Oh, okay. Yes, the side spun and eject you. Yes, it does. Where do I go? This game isn't bad, it's just hard to figure out. It's not convincing me. I mean, it is definitely hard to figure out. But I would say, I don't know, I'd argue that's like the hallmark of a bad game is if you can't figure it out. Like something like Mylon's Secret Castle is hard to figure out, but it's at least there's places you can go and things you can do while you're figuring things out. This is just yeah. This particular song from the movie doesn't make for good level music. It's too repetitive. Yeah, that's also draining on my ears. Maybe the Genesis version would have been better, because at least the music would have been better. Shots fired. I just wish there was something else that I could do as Pinocchio other than walk and jump. Okay, I have traveled back and forth. I mean, there's shoes over there, right? That has to be where I need to go, because... Ah, you have to fall there. Okay. You sons of bitches. Which means I think you take fall damage too, right? I mean, I only had a suspicion I should go that way because I saw a shoe sign. You know, Geppetto's like a woodworker... cobbler. I don't know. Is he a cobbler? Maybe he works on shoes. What kind of kid just chucks a brick at another kid? What an asshole. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for immediately spawning me right next to some ducks. Or some geese. With absolutely no way to save myself. Everybody just wants Pinocchio dead. Everybody. And I'm starting to agree with them. Try going through that archway the fox is coming out of. Toy maker. Oh yeah, he's a toy maker. Carpenter. Yeah, craftsman of some sort. Lamau, he's a puppeteer. See, you guys can't even agree on what he is. Is he a puppeteer? Is he a toy maker? Is he a cobbler? Is he a... You know, he's just a tinker. You know? I respect that. Fucking geese. So stupid. What developer thought that was a great idea to put that there? Try going through the arch that the fox is coming out of? I never saw a fox coming out of an arch. I only saw him poking out of these things. And I can't go that way. He just keeps tripping me. Did he pop out of an arch? I never saw him pop out of an arch. Boing. Okay, well, let's go up here, see what happens. Ooh, what's this? Nothing. Some seagull. Fall down there. Launch myself up here. Oh, come on. Yeah. I don't think I've been this way yet. Hooray, more geese. Hey, there's a fox. Am I supposed to find the fox? Is that what's going on? What's going on? Of course. Some people said Stromboli is a racist caricature of Italians, but given the excessive arches and accents, it actually is in Italy. Geppetto is a wood carver. He makes clocks, puppets, anything out of wood. Can you go down the chimney Santa style? I don't think so. I think I could just keep getting my ass kicked by ducks. I think I just need to keep going this way. At least for now. It's got some very confusing level design. Does that say like Nostradamus? Oh, Stromboli. Oh, that's probably... I haven't seen Pinocchio in a long time, so I have no idea who Stromboli even is. I barely even remember that fox, to be honest. Well, let's go over here. Yep. I picked up something. Ooh, school. School's this way. That means we're... Ooh, is this the end of the level? Did I actually beat the fucking level? Oh, cool. She took something from me. Fox did something. Follow me, said Honest John. 2 Strombolis. Woo! Oh, now we're playing as Jiminy Cricket. Oh! Let your conscience be your guide. This looks like death. Sure is. Oh, that's like the same exact, like, death animation as in The Lion King. Why haven't we played why aren't we playing The Lion King? That's a much better game. Okay, apparently I can't go. I must need to go up. Going up. Do I need to ride a moth? Is that what's going on here? Is this a special stage? It's just a combat stage, okay. Stromboli is a puppeteer who tempts him with fame and fortune, threatening him with death if refused, and Gideon was originally supposed to be played by Mel Blanc. Nice. I still don't remember any of that from Pinocchio. Probably haven't seen Pinocchio since I was like 7 years old. Am I just killing moths here? Like... The problem with a lot of these Disney games from back in the day is it's like they expected you to be really familiar with like the game, or I mean with the movie, in order to like figure out some of the stuff. So perhaps this would be easier if I remembered what was going on in the movie. That's kind of why I feel like Aladdin and The Lion King hold up so well, because you don't need to know anything about the movies, their respective movies, in order to play the games. They're just good games. Well, at least the Genesis version of Aladdin is. The Super Nintendo one's kind of meh. I think I just need to kill all the moths, right? Killing all the moths? God. Get out of here, moth. Oh my god. I hate this so much. Get out of here. Yep, that's what I need to do. Yeah, this game sucks. Alright, we're done. Oh, I forgot there was a Super Nintendo controller in Pinocchio. You just need to press the right button. QuickTime events. Woo! Oh, now I need to do it without. Yeah, nah, we're done. We're Dunyan rings. Geppetto, a guy who can't get a girlfriend, so he makes one out of out of wasting his wood. Whoa, my God! I recommend checking out There Will Be Fud, a Disney what? A Disney Scala, right here on YouTube. With interesting insight and analysis. Also, Gideon is the mute cat. Ah, okay. I bet Jiminy wants to keep his job. I guess we figured out most kids would have VHS tapes of the movies to rewatch them. Yeah, exactly. We are Dunyan rings. I didn't even realize I said Dunyan rings. I say that all the time, but... Didn't know QuickTime events existed even back then. How old is this game? I'm guessing probably like 94 would be my guess. But I don't know. Anyway, well, thank you all for joining me for this wonderful retro game hopping afternoon. It was good. It it's good to be back and streaming. I will be back next week, assuming something doesn't come up, but it shouldn't. I should be good for pretty much the rest of the summer now. I'm going to post some pictures of my video set that I've been working on sometime this week. I don't know when. I'll actually do that this time because I have a lot more to show. And then, yeah, hopefully next time when I stream, I'll be able to maybe announce my super secret project that I got going on. Super secret. That will hopefully fill the gap between, now and whenever I get around to launching the Adventures in Game Criticism channel. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming up, more streams and all that. Thank you all for joining me. I had a wonderful time this afternoon, and I guess I'm going to go play some more Tears of the Kingdom because I got a lot more of that game to play. So, okay, thanks, bye! Have a good one!